And with us now is Dr. Amna Khan. She is a regular news reviewer. She joins us every so often to tell us what's trending today. And this week we are going to have an all-woman powerhouse because it's International Women's Day on Friday. So, Amna, you are our first woman who is going to be doing our news review this week. You're a powerlifting champion, you're a retail expert, you're a mum, you're a Wonder Woman, aren't you? Yes, I am, Anna.
Yes, I am, and I'm a senior lecturer at Manchester Metropolitan University too, which is a delight.
Great to have you on. What are you talking about today?
Well, my first story is about get your brain moving. Research suggests a few minutes can boost creativity. So if you want to enhance your creativity, all you need to do is a bit of exercise. A single bout of exercise, so just one incident, can ignite some creative thinking inside of you.
So how long are we talking then?
They don't actually say time, but they say that you just get physically moving. So there was an example of walking up 4 flights of stairs. I know that doesn't sound attractive, but it can get you.
Do you know, I've been starting to use the stairs because I was getting into the lift habit. And now, when I'm at work, stairs every time because my step count goes up and I feel better. I'm just all about my step count on my watch.
It just changes your mood, doesn't it? Automatically.
Well, you climb a couple of flights of stairs, you're like, I can take on the world.
I've conquered everything, So what they talk about is there's 2 aspects of creativity. The first aspect is coming up with ideas, so it's all that blue sky thinking. And the second aspect of creativity is convergent thinking, where you deliberately think about something like doing a crossword, and it's the blue sky thinking that it encourages more, and that's what it helps with because it makes structural changes in your brain. Do
you know, that's so interesting? Whenever I go for a run, I have my best ideas. Like I don't know what it is. My brain goes somewhere else, or afterwards as well. Like things feel a lot more clearer. It's like I know what I need to do next.
Yeah, apparently it sort of changes the structure of your brain, but it opens up and frees up some certain spaces. So it when you're doing actually exercise, it limits certain aspects of the brain and facilitates other aspects of the brain. So it's opening your brain up to be able to have those creative juices flowing, and to be able to get those ideas. And I feel like that as well. And you know, when you've had a good run, it's almost like something's whooshed in your brain, isn't it?
No, completely agree. Right, I love it. Okay, well that's your notice to get out the door this morning and get your heart rate up. What else is trending today, Anna?
Well, there's been news from Chairman Sir John Timpson from the Timpson Group talking about the high street. So the high street shopping won't disappear, he says, but it will change. Now, we know that there's been so much change on the high street. We've had stores, closing the doors altogether. Wilko, Body Shop. Examples of them. Banks and building societies. He basically says that it will change and evolve, and what we need is more individuals who are taking action and trying to facilitate change so that these town centres become communities and hubs that serve lots of multifunctional purposes. So they're not just shopping spaces, they're spaces where people can get together, do activities in the community, bring the community together, and for lots of different purposes. And one of the things that we do at Manchester Metropolitan University is we have the Institute of Place Management, which look into town centre redevelopment and how you can actually take on leadership. Like I know that you were talking about the Altrincham markets this morning, and
we were talking about Bolton Market actually because they've had a bit of a renovation. It's going to be opening later this month. The indoor market is welcoming a food hall, and Bolton really needs to increase footfall into its town centre. I mean, it's criminal really when you think it's like got the 3rd highest population in Greater Manchester. Of course it does, Bolton. It's massive, but it just can't seem to attract people in. But whenever there's food events, somehow people are then interested, aren't they? They've got a fantastic market at Radcliffe Market. There's one in Oldham, which is opening, the Oldham Town Halls as well, the Old Town Halls, later this year. And it does seem to be these experiential things, where it attacks the senses almost as well, i.e. your taste buds. It gets people in.
The thing with the markets, and the Institute of Place Management have done research on this, is they bring the communities together. They offer something novel and interesting, and it's also local. So it's actually has the heritage and culture of that place that can be actually shapes the market up. So you'll have, cuisines, or you'll have, makers markets where people are bringing the stuff that they've made in the community. So it's a real community feel. So it does gel them all together. So yeah, that's the interesting things that are happening on the high streets and markets.
Sounds so good. Thank you so much, Dr. Amna Khan. International Women's Day on Friday. Who is the biggest inspiration, who's female in your life?
My mum.
Yeah,
definitely. I can't get past
I think
that
I've
one.
met your mum, haven't I, at the Make a Difference Awards last year? I'm sure she was with you.
No.
Who was it?
My sister.
Oh dear.
We're great for these mum jokes, aren't we?
Oh my word, my goodness, right. I'm going to hit the news now before I offend anyone else.
No, nobody's offended.